Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. It is Thursday night here for Above the Cushion. I promised I would go back to back weekends as we get towards the Christmas time here, and as we go into the winter, we've kind of been doing every other week, excuse me. But the boss is in the house tonight, has a few things that he wants to say. Yep.
Well, I don't see her.
He had to wait. He actually had to wait for someone to get here to let him in. He didn't even have a key to his own
No, I
place.
I, I
Wanted to be
jumped the
real with that
fence.
one.
I got in. I got in.
But uh, you walk the track looking at it as always. If you know anything about dirt, as it sets a little bit, some of the rocks and the nasty stuff come up. So you went around and did a little bit of picking up and a little bit of looking at the facility, and she looks pretty good. We could probably have a race on her right now. It's beautiful outside. If you're not here in the Wichita area, it's about 65 degrees. Sun was shining, and it was just a beautiful day. So we got a lot of stuff to cover. Schedule is out. Frostbuster is going to happen. That's why the boss is here. There is too much stuff floating around the rumor mill on the internet. We got to clear it up as we get towards the end of the year. But we do have to do something first before we get going, and that's thank some sponsors here.
Absolutely.
On Above the Cushion. TM Fencing LLC, Tane Murphy and the whole entire crew. I actually got to give Tane a call. I need a fence fixed at a rental property. So need to get a hold of him, get that done, and get that done before Christmas and winter really sets in for all that. And of course, Hornet Cutting Systems, a great sponsor and supporter of dirt track racing right down the road from the Speedway. Drove by it this afternoon when I went to get myself a drink. And it's always good to see Bryce and the whole entire crew and everything they're doing to help fabrication out. If you're a metal fabricator and you're looking to really upgrade your equipment, Hornet Cutting Systems is the place to be, and I recommend that you go there and talk to them and see what they can do for you. Also, do little special projects.
I was going to
once
say
in a
that.
while.
Yeah.
So, not big production stuff, but if you need something real special and it's not a tight timeline, they could probably help you out over there. And of course, let them know Humboldt Speedway, 81 Speedway sent you their way. We are live on the 81 Speedway Facebook page tonight, so if you have some questions, want to chime in on the chat, go over to 81 Speedway on Facebook and get on there. Dallas Bishop chiming in. That's your
What's up, Dallas?
JR, my man, right there. But
I don't know that I'd admit it publicly, but I kind of miss him. Did I say that?
it's recorded. It's also going to be on, as it will post on YouTube later.
I regret that already.
All right. Well, schedule's out, big schedule, a lot of stuff going to happen for both tracks. There was some notable things missing that people on the internet did not want to let you know that they saw. And
yeah, for sure.
A couple good things are going to happen this year as well. And of course, the Frostbuster, we had Russell on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, man, he did a good job.
I hope everyone got their plants taken care of. We went through that a little bit.
Yeah, I got to hear that. And
got some flyers here we're going to pass out and get them hung around town. Registration for that is open.
Yeah, right now, as of this morning, I was in there looking. I think there was already 17 or 18 already pre-registered, which is a pretty solid number with, basically a little less than a month, but, 20-some days or whatever left to go on that. A lot of guys wait on that, and I don't blame them, but I just would tell you to go ahead and get registered. We really would like to get that number up there in that 25 to 30 range. It just helps us know for sure that the event's going to work, number one. Number two, getting that registered just sure makes the crowd want to come here. So when we can tell people on the show and stuff, hey, the event will happen, guys, unless it's a rainstorm. Okay, if the track we can't get on it because it's just way too wet. But if it's frozen or snowy, I'm good.
Are you?
Well, I'm going to be in the heated tower. I
have 14 jackets on in the heated tower. He's good.
If you know anything about me, I hate the cold. I hate it. So, I'm pretty excited about that event. I know Caney's got one this weekend. Kerry Gorby was in the shop, put a windshield in over at the Glassman yesterday for Kerry. He was up on his F-250 and got to chat with Kerry quite a bit and talked about his schedule that he's working on. I know Kerry's working hard to get his schedule out right now too. And, we do work together. Everybody in the area from Salt City, we've been talking to Phil and Nick and those guys for some time. Of course, with Caney, a little bit with Arrowhead, and then, of course, our own track, Humboldt, and here, 81 Speedway. And then even looking at, like, the Salina Speedway up north, just looking at that to make sure we're not trying to step on anyone's toes. And the reason we do that is it's a tough business.
Big post came out from the crew at Salina Speedway.
Okay.
Kind of talking about the same things that we talk about attendance and ticket prices. And we're all in the same boat together. I want to rest assure everyone that if something, I mean, my car insurance is up. My homeowner's insurance is $5,000 a year. Everything is outrageous.
Whew.
Unfortunately, you know, we're not like everyone else where we double prices. We go up a dollar or two just to try to mitigate
Yeah.
some risk on stuff, and it's part of it. There, we know that
I hate
the
it.
economy is. You see it at the Glassman, you see it at Autotech, we see it at the grocery store, we see it at the Casey's and the Quick Trip and the
Yeah.
Pete's convenience stores, and we see
Yeah.
it everywhere.
And I know that because people tell me the comments on Facebook, I literally don't have Facebook and can't get in there. I can't, they don't even let you see the comments anymore unless you can sign in. So I really don't see it. It's probably better that way anyway for me. But when people send me screenshots or say stuff about this and that, and sometimes most of the time I just say, yeah, whatever. Sometimes, it just hurts your feelings and you think, man, I'm not doing this because of that. Or I know that there was one that, to be fair, it probably kills my wife more than anything. She just does not do good because you got to understand, we chose this as something to do for the racing community and to prolong the life of racing in our communities. And so when we did that, to hear negativity, it's just hard. And some could be deserved. It doesn't mean that it's still not hard.
Right.
So I think that I know there was one recently. Somebody from Humboldt said you need to go back to the prices of I think it said 1984. It was $8 and a hamburger was $2, and then you would get some people to actually show up at the
We
goddamn
would love
place.
to.
Absolutely, man. Here's what I would say
We would love
to
to.
them and to everybody else. And I told you before I got on that I'd probably say some stuff that most people don't care, or maybe they do. But I can tell you that at the end of this season, my wife and I put $100,000 into both of the bank accounts to cover the bills for the rest of the season, for the off season through March.
Because
So
you still have taxes, you still have insurance, you still have
salaries,
electricity.
yeah, and it's a tough business, and last year was a tough one. We had a lot of rainouts. When you go through, we lost 27 or 28%. I can't remember the number. I think it was 28% of our races here at 81 Speedway, and Humboldt Speedway was right on that number as well. And those hurt. Just not having a show is hurtful. And then of course not having the big shows at the end of the year. This year we were a little smarter. We planned a little bit better. The year before that we had everything cooked before the Outlaws decided to skate on us with the wind and stuff. But this year we were able to hold out. We waited till they say the 11th hour. I think we were literally like, if we don't get food on the truck here, we're going to be screwed if we don't do this. So we waited, and I think it did a lot better for us, and we were able to not be sitting on inventory that we couldn't use because of expiration.
Right.
So yeah, but at the end of the day, we were down. The car counts weren't really down, actually. They were pretty close. The pit attendance was pretty close. Fan attendance was definitely down, and that's actually true across the country. If you watch anyone, it's not just 81 Speedway. So, because originally I was like, what are we doing wrong? Is it us? Is it something we're doing? Is it the pricing? You really take a deep dive into those reasons, and then you call other places and talk to them. And there's a lot of variables and things that go into that, but at the end of the day, it's just down. And so we got to get butts in the seats, not just at Humboldt Speedway, but at 81 Speedway as well. We got to do a better job. We got to market ourselves better, and we got to market our product better, which is the racers on the racetrack. And I know racers say parts cost more. That's why they don't want to pay as much, and they need paid more. I've been in every one of those categories that you guys talk about. I still have part of a race team and another race team, and little stuff here and there, and it's ridiculously expensive.
We had to fix your daughter's car today, so that even can cost some more money than it probably needed to.
My college age daughter now was just pulled out of the dorms over there and got a little too deep into a bumper or to a ditch or whatever out the curb and kind of messed the bumper up. So I had to fix that up. But it's sometimes looking at the business, taking a deep dive, it's just hard, and you got to make decisions that aren't always going to be popular with everybody, and you got to do what's right. Quite frankly, to keep the doors open. And I'm in a position in my other career that I do and things that we're able to put some money into this. but I'm not going to do it forever.
It's not sustainable.
Well, it's not reasonably sustainable, and so we're looking at some things to true some things up, sure some things up. Some of the things I say are going to again make people mad, but I pay attention to what people say, believe it or not, and I listen to a lot of the racers and teams, and one of the things that, and this isn't anything against them, but I was out in the pits. Well, I'm out in the pits before every night and after every night, but as I was walking through and talking to people, I was like, I won't say names, but I'll say, hey, where's Mrs. Smith tonight? Where's Mrs. Shipman? Where's Mr.
Right.
Shipman? Where's, oh, it's a little too cool. It's too hot. They're watching on Racing Dirt. They're watching on Racing Dirt. They're watching on Racing Dirt. And that's awesome. It's great exposure. It's exposure for the racers, and it's exposure for the racetrack. And my thought is it a catch-22? Are you losing people, or are you gaining people because they want to come see your racetrack after they see it on there? And so we made the decision this year. We're going to try not having Racing Dirt not as much for sure. There's still going to be quite a few races they cover, and to be fair, with all the traveling series, there's other racing experiences and internet streaming services that will be watched on.
It's not going to be a weekly.
It will not. It will not be a weekly stream. Again, if it's a special, if it's one of the things that's got a traveling series, it's probably going to be streamed. And I know Trenton and Stick and those guys at Racing Dirt, they understand completely and get it. They're obviously subscriptions are probably down over the last year or so too, talking to those guys, and so they're revamping and doing some things, and of course they got some series now that they run as well. So
not to interrupt, but talk Stick and Trenton, of course, when they were over at Humboldt for some Heartland stuff and whatever, and Stick told me that 40% down in subscriptions to Racing Dirt across the board.
Yeah,
people, and then looking at numbers, that's a big thing, right? Because they can see exactly how many people are streaming and things like that. And I know that some people say, well, you're killing the racetrack with streaming, but in our particular situation, the people that we're watching, it's a very low number. It's not really high, and quite a few percentage of the people that are watching don't even live here.
Yeah. So on an average, it was about 749 per week, and that's okay. But those are people that stayed on for more than 1 minute or something. I'm not a video guy, but actually one of my thoughts was maybe there's a way to do a blackout where they black out the area, 60 miles radius of the track. You can't watch it live is what I was hoping to do. I don't think the technology's quite there yet with Racing Dirt or any of them, maybe. But that was kind of my original thought, was that wins for everyone. They could still pick it up on the stream the next day. And of course, if you're outside the area and you want to watch your grandkid or cousin or brother or whatever race, you should be able to. But so what we decided is, hey, let's just try without it and see if that puts people back in the pits and back in the seats. Maybe we'll fail. Who knows? I have no idea. That's just one small thing. But
and the other side of that is Trenton and Stick, and they have a business to run.
They understand.
Well. They're making tough decisions for
Daily.
other racetracks.
Absolutely.
So I mean, it's the mutual, right? We're all friends. We're all still friends. We're going to be friends forever.
Absolutely.
I understand it. We understand it, and we understand that they are having to make some tough decisions.
Yeah.
For some people that are for other racetracks that are not going to be very popular going into
absolutely. And again, I'm always open to, hey, maybe mid-season I'm like, it really hadn't done anything. Let's get them back.
Right.
Whatever.
And they're in.
Yeah. Oh, I think without a doubt they're very, very good to work with.
Talk to Trenton quite often. What can I do to help?
Yeah.
The audio. Hey, I listened. It wasn't quite good. Try this.
Well, they have part of a racetrack as well,
right.
Mississippi Thunder, and they know what it takes. They know how hard this business is, and it is a tough business. And that's what there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. And as the racers prepare in the off season, they most of them get a little time off. Actually, we really kick it in gear and really start working on our sponsorship programs. We start working on our race schedule, which is very difficult. I mean, it's just so hard to pick the right dates and get the right series in, and we're going to get on that here in just a minute. But one on some cleanup stuff.
Okay.
I know that it was unpopular it's odd. It was unpopular last year that we did the 2-race drop, and now it's unpopular that we're not doing it. So I'm still torn. I like the idea because of
I like the drop.
I did. What I didn't like, and this is factual, several of the screenshots of the people on there saying, you need to go back to caring about the families and give us the time off. Well, some of the same people, not that one exclusively, were the people that were texting me on Monday asking me why they didn't show up right on the points. The points don't look right. What's up with the points? I should have one more win. I'm not seeing this, blah, blah, blah. So we tried to make it as simple as we could on the drops.
Right.
Wasn't that difficult, I didn't think. On the surface, if you didn't understand it, I get it.
It happened
So-
live. That was the one thing.
So then one of the things we thought was, well, you know what? Some people actually came to us during the season and said, if I didn't have this stupid drop thing, I'd be the champion or leading right now. And I believe there were 2 divisions that would have been the case. So they said a true champion has to make it through the tough nights. The people that, to be fair, not very many people used actual drops and missed the race. They used the drop as their bad night.
Right.
So realistically,
there was a couple of people.
There
that went
was,
on a
absolutely.
family vacation.
So-
and that is what it is used for.
absolutely. And so, but because it really wasn't used for that,
Right.
if you look at our schedule this year, what we decided was, even though we're not going to do the point drop, we're going to give you plenty of opportunities to take some vacations.
Yeah.
And if you look through our schedule, there's a lot more weekends off where you get that opportunity. And we're excited about that too, because one of the things that I would like to say in rebuttal of that is that you guys race 17 times on average per division this year, but yet there's 26 or whatever events. I got to be at every one of them.
Right.
So we get it too.
Yeah.
Of all things, we all need a break. So that's the deal on the point drop. It wasn't designed to hurt or help, or I don't know what it would have done for anybody in particular, but
Right.
realistically, it was just let's crown the true champion based on the races that we put out that they race. And
When we didn't.
NASCAR's messed with their crap for every year for 10 years.
The other thing is we didn't have a runaway in points.
No, it was fun.
It all came down to the
Yeah.
final night. It was
Yeah.
right there. So I mean, it's
So that again, that's yeah. I don't think it's going to change a whole lot for anybody. I really don't, because everybody's has a bad luck night or gets wrecked out or,
Right.
or whatever. So I think
It's
it all ends
racing.
up. I want to give a quick shout out to somebody here. Hold on, let me look up some stuff. Go ahead, keep talking. I got to look through my notes here.
AJ Reed popping in
Yeah.
on the chat. It came out that we're not going to have the grandstands open at either one of the tracks for the practice days. Just kind of wanted to know the thoughts on that.
Yeah.
And kind of, not a hateful comment.
Oh no,
AJ
I don't.
AJ's
I'm
awesome.
not going to read it anyway.
Just a curious thing.
No, absolutely. I'll answer that straight up. We took a look at it and we said it takes staff to open it. Believe it or not, you got to have staff. You have to have somebody that makes sure that the people going towards the pits have a pit pass. So that takes a gate person. You have to have the restrooms open and pay for all the materials that it takes to have the restrooms and the water and all that stuff. And then you have to have somebody clean all that stuff up.
Right.
And typically it just takes more staff.
Mhm.
So we said we're in a negative right now. What are some ways that won't really affect the racer? Most fans, to be fair, don't come to the practices.
Right.
There's a handful. And most of those diehards are probably going to buy a pit pass and they could sit in the pit grandstand.
Right.
It just saves us a bunch of people, realistically.
It's realistically on practice days, there's at least 10 of the team members that are here just to get the grandstands open.
Yeah, it's a little bit more work, and then you clean the grandstand. There's just more stuff. And so we just took a look at every facet of the business and thought, where can we either save or help and try to make this thing so that it at least breaks even. Our goal was, and I've said this 1,000 times, people think that you make all this money when you have a big race. Well, I can tell you that the reason the World Outlaw late models aren't coming back with a packed house is because we still lost money. Very honestly, we lost, I believe, I can give you exactly, I think it was around 16,000 or 18,000, I believe is what we lost having that show. And that was with a $15,000 sponsor.
Yes. Yeah. So we would have lost towards 30.
So just to be completely open and transparent, there's a reason that there's a lot of racetracks closing across the Midwest and the United States as a whole.
And if I don't want to sound facetious or mean, but if you think you can do it better, there's 4 of them for sale that I just heard about on a podcast over the last couple of days.
Yeah, it's tough, and it doesn't seem to be getting any easier. And this isn't a knock on the series. I'll knock on a couple of the series later, but the series are doing what they do because they're in a competition situation. They're trying to compete with the other series, and so they've got to pay more, or at least in theory, they think they have to pay more. And their race teams, they say the same thing that our race teams say: tires are more, engines are more, we need paid more, and it's just a vicious circle. Nobody wins. The difference at 81 and Humboldt Speedway, and people like it or hate it or whatever, is we set out to break even. After the bills are paid, I'm not asking to make money. I want to keep the facility upkept. I'd like to make some improvements if we can, and I want to be able to pay for the bills. And that's it.
And even if we do make money,
I'm going to use it for improvement.
There's a tractor getting fixed.
Oh,
there's
shoot.
dirt
Are you
getting brought
kidding
in,
me?
There's something getting taken care of. That no one's going and having a steak dinner.
Paid a no, God, no. There's a bunch
No
of
way.
there. I had equipment hauled all over today, for instance. So and
Right.
it's not free. So
Right.
I will give some shout outs on that at the right timing. But real quick, I want to tell anybody that's interested, iRacing event tonight over at it's the second annual iRacing Grand Nationals, night one of the racing. It's the Dirt UMP's. Jace Reimer's putting the race on. He's the race host, and I think he had over 40 cars, or maybe more than that,
Wow.
maybe 50 cars. And while I'm on that subject, somehow Jace got his wires crossed and put me on the Friday show as a racer.
You're gonna drive.
I don't race. I don't know. I haven't a simulator, but I don't race on
When
it.
was the last time you even used it?
A few weeks ago, I practiced on it just for fun, and Jace made me a paint job, or
Scheme?
the scheme, and sent it to me and stuff. So I've been messing with that, but no, I don't get on there. I just wreck people and make them mad anyway. So, but Mason Shell, I caught wind that Mason, a stock car racer out here in the '89 car, love his dad Greg, and Mason's an officer of the law, so I'm going to be careful on this threat I make to him. But Mason I've got the picture of the text. He texted or messaged somebody that he would request a change to Friday because he wants to wreck me.
Oh.
So, first time moment he checks in at 81 Speedway 2026, automatic DQ coming your way. House always wins.
House always wins. It's like the casino.
Yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out, but I don't know if he's live streaming that on Twitch or if he's live streaming on YouTube or any of that. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
let's find out if
if somebody
someone's
knows,
listening or knows that. Let us know and we can give a shout out here on the show.
Yeah. So I got that thing taken care of. The Frostbuster again. I'm so excited about that event. Get out here. It's going to be a fun one. It really is. And
people have been asking to bring the Hangover back, which I believe happened.
That's basically the same thing.
Basically what's going to happen.
And Tyler Davis and those guys make fun of me because they said, you're basically making that the Hangover or whatever. And I just laugh at it. So
No, it's the Frostbuster.
Yeah. I said, no, it's not the Hangover, but I get it.
And Rodney Chafin, our great friend over at Broadway Truck and Auto, is the absolute grand champion of the Hangover. Mainly.
Well, let me call Mr. Chafin out. Okay. Rodney, a good friend of the Speedway.
Great friend.
Dee Dee, who we couldn't do it without. I can't say enough nice words publicly about her.
Okay.
To her face, I say different things. But no, we love the Chafins, and they haven't signed up. They're not registered, and I know they've got 4. I'm gonna use. We're not on.
He can't sign up. His Cox cable's down his internet.
I know. He's got 4 shit boxes sitting over there that need to be entered in this race. Okay. Now I need him to enter them because lately they've had some really bad luck. Broadway Truck and Auto entries have some mechanical failures lately, and this is their turn to get these things in gear and get them out here. So I hope Rodney's listening, and I hope he hears me say that. But get registered.
It was beautiful today, so he could have they could have got that worked on.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe he could have came over and made some laps, see if they make more than 5.
There you go.
Yeah. So we'll move on. There's some stuff, some cleanup work here. The banquet coming up.
Banquet, big time. Registration is open for the banquet. Please get on there.
Yeah, buy your tickets right now.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's great food. Gary, if anybody knows Gary or Hot Rod Chicken, it's some of the best stuff. When he has his food truck out, I find him. I go to it. Gary was in for a windshield this week too, actually, and something I didn't know that Gary does, and I'm going to get in trouble maybe because I don't think they're going to be at the banquet, but probably the best cinnamon roll that you can freaking get. Have you had a cinnamon roll?
No, I've not had
Unbelievable.
a cinnamon roll.
Unbelievable, honestly. He gave me one when at a food truck. I didn't buy one because I didn't know he was known for them or anything, and I had plenty of food from his barbecue. And so he comes walking into the establishment where he had the food truck, and he hands me a little styrofoam container, and I said, "What's this?" And he said, "Just try it." and I tried it. We went in and we went back out and bought 4. Okay.
Yeah. The dude can.
Yeah.
He can cook it.
Pretty decent photographer and a hell of a cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna have to step up on the photography.
Oh, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. No, Jeff Milam, all the guys that come out, and
Yeah, the
Darren
McKims.
McKims, and
Brings the whole crew out.
everybody
every
that
once in a
comes out does a great job. Erica, so I can't thank the photographers enough. They
while. I
really.
gotta thank Jeff Milam publicly. He's helping with the countdown that's been happening for the top 10 for both speedways.
Yep.
All those photos came from Race Rush 66, Jeff Milam. So
Yep.
appreciate you doing that. And like I said, Darren. Everyone that takes photos out,
Well,
please buy something from them.
I just got a note that Jace's iRace will be live streamed
Okay.
for the Nationals. Be live streamed Saturday on Facebook Live. I believe it'll be on Rocket Graphics Facebook.
Rocket Graphics.
That's his
on
little.
Facebook.
That's his business that he started. That he's doing the paint schemes on cars for iRacing. He does a lot of them. So yeah, it's Saturday Facebook Live.
Rocket Graphics on Facebook.
Yeah, so check that out. I think it's graphics GRAPHX, I believe.
Okay.
Graphics. So just Rocket Graphics.
If somebody knows that, throw it in the chat here.
Yeah, somebody knows it. Let us help us out here. I'm not obviously a Facebook guy, but also
saying that.
the mechanical bull at the banquet is back. We had a hell of a good time. If you didn't,
I did not stay for that.
it's a great time, and it's gonna be presented by Wild Ace Racing. That's of course Carson Keeler, Troy Keeler, the Keeler Group, the Simons. They all pitched in and rented the bull again this year. So I can't thank those guys at War enough. But they're awesome, and the bull riding is a blast. And we had some challenges going on between one another, and it's absolutely because of War that we're going to have that for free. You want to jump on a mechanical bull? They run it. Don't touch the goddamn controller. We got in trouble last year. Somebody touched it, but we had a heck of it. I got on it. Had a great time.
Oh man, missed that.
We got Kelly Shipman on him. We bamboozled him.
Kelly Shipman.
We told him if he got on it, we all pulled up $400 and he'd get on it. And he got on it, got bucked off, and not one person paid him.
Is there video of this?
I don't know. I didn't get any.
We're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clean this up here. The kart schedule over next door, Lil 81. I know they're diligently working on it. I spoke to them before I came here.
They've been a little busy. They've been somewhere.
Yeah, they've been gone, and they're back now. I know the schedule was, of course, Emily left it on her countertop at home this morning, so that really helped. But they're working on that. I know that it sounded like that they're going to be very close to releasing that. I would assume next week. I'm not putting words in their mouths, but pay attention to their Facebook page. And
of course, we'll share it on the 81 Speedway and Humboldt Speedway Facebook page when it's out.
And to be fair, they do their schedule last because it's out of respect for the drivers and the kids, because they don't want to make a racer have to choose if their kid's going to be racing or them. At somewhere other racetrack. So they're looking at Salt City's schedule, our schedule, Humboldt's, anytime that it could have a conflict. They're just trying to avoid those conflicts so that the kids can get out here with their families and race. And so their schedule takes a little bit longer to do that. So they're working on it now. And again, I think it'll be next week.
Dallas Bishop, for everyone, posted the link in the chat on the Facebook page. So Dallas Bishop, thanks for the link.
Get over there and like that page and give them a little love. And if you're into the iRacing thing, he can make wraps for all those cars, from late models, modified stock cars, all that stuff. And honestly, they look pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I used that already. You seen Flow Racing bought the Lucas Oil late model series?
You talked about the series. I was going to say that came the announcement today that Flow acquired the Lucas late model series.
Lucas Oil late models.
It said Lucas Oil late model series, not the dirt series. So.
Yeah, correct. So the Lucas Oil late model series, they now own that, and I can't think of to be honest, a better place for it to land. They're badass at Flow as well, and it seems like the streaming services are stepping up. I think because they love racing too, and Racing Dirt owning now, I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4 series, counting the American Racer, the Heartland, the Northern Lights, and now the Heartland late models. So getting that right. So 4 series there, and I think all those guys are just doing what's right because they believe in this in racing. Right. So we can't, that's awesome. I'm doing the same thing, buying racetrack. So
I know someone's going to ask if we're going to get Lucas Oil late models. We've talked about it.
Rick Schwally, who runs that, who's still going to run it for Flow, I read this morning. I know that we've asked. I put a proposal in again this year. They really don't travel. They don't come this way. They just flat don't come this
They've
direction.
actually cut races.
They have cut races. Now, we're going to jump into the thick of some things here and make some people happy. But one of the things that happened here recently was in the background, the big series always want to be the big dog and release their schedule when they want to release it. They ask us not to put our schedule or them on our schedule out until they've released their information. It makes sense. They want to splash. They got a lot of followers, and I get all that stuff. So since last year, we obviously didn't have the high limit series again last year. That one rained out on us, and of course it did rain all day, so no choice. And the way that series works, there's really not a lot of rain date capability because of the way they travel.
Especially on the midweek stuff.
Yes, especially on the midweek stuff, and that's when Kyle Larson can come.
Right.
And everyone wants to see Kyle, and so do I.
Yeah,
Kyle's an ambassador of the sport. I've got nothing negative to say. So, long story short, we didn't want an early date with the World of Outlaws. We just didn't. We got a March 28th date. That's early. The reason we didn't is it's risky. I'm pissed. You think I want to piss off the fans again and rain out midway or not have the show late in the year? Do you think I'm the guy that you think I like that shit? No, I'm pissed. I hate it. Yeah. I'm just as mad as you guys. We didn't have the show either. I just put $100,000 of my money in. I might have been able to recoup some of that if we'd have had a damn show. So you think I didn't want it? That's what hurts us.
We basically get dragged into the office so they can tell us that they're not going to, like, hands tied behind your back getting punched in the face.
Yes. And the ugly side of the sport is that the series are getting paid too much. It costs too much. And racetracks are struggling. And it's not going to get any better until everything just comes to some normalization. And the series are in a fight right now. And the sprint cars, high limit series hates World Outlaws hates high limit, and they can say whatever the hell they want to say in public.
I don't care what they say. Whoever talks on the podcast,
and if they
don't listen to it.
I'll just tell you the truth on this deal on how it happened is once the high limit series had their schedule out and we were on the schedule for a midweek race, we had Evans Construction, who is a longtime personal friend of mine, and Bill Johnson, and Bill has been a advocate for the sport and an advocate for 81 Speedway since we've had it. Right. Bill has done a lot of work for me over the years, and I can't do anything but consider him a friend. And he stepped up and said, let's get the high limit here. And we worked on that. We sponsored it for last year. He paid the sponsorship direct to the series because the series is the one that at the end of the day comes in, and we pay the purse and that goes towards it.
Right.
If you didn't know, that's how it works.
Right.
Okay. So their purse is roughly 90,000. I could be wrong on the number, 80 to 100, somewhere in that range. And we booked that race, had that on our schedule for this season. 100%.
Came out. We announced it.
Came out. They announced it.
Page.
We announced it. Put it on our website. Put it on our Facebook page. World Outlaws was a little slower getting their schedule out this year because it's very tough to get scheduling and find racetracks and all the things that you want to do. And they said, we can put you on March 28th. I'm like, I don't want that date. We would rather be later in the year. Give us September, for crying out loud. Something. Because I fear that raining out, and at some point, fans are going to lose trust in the Outlaws and us. They already have. And I want you to know it's not a decision that we take lightly, but my hands are tied. It's either we get the Outlaws
down either.
Yeah, if we get the Outlaws in the 28 or you don't fucking get them. Okay? Yeah. So we said, fine, we want them. That's how it happened. About week and a half, my life's a blur, but week and a half or so ago, the brass at High Limit calls, and John had been texting back and forth for months about this, and they said, we're not happy because we're having a race on the 28th in Dodge City, Kansas. Now, mind you, we're not against Dodge City. I consider them another market. I don't have any issue with Fetters. He was great when he brought the URSS here last year. We had a great conversation. No issue. So what we decided was we're running our race with the Outlaws because that's the only date we were going to get. Okay. Yeah. So High Limit wasn't happy. Bottom line, they weren't happy. So they called and said, well, we don't like that you have them on your schedule. We're like, well, it's the only date they're going to give us. We don't have a choice. Well, we have a choice. We're not coming to your racetrack. And I was like, we already have a sponsor and all those things. Some negotiations back and forth. People slept on it because there was some anger, as you can imagine. Because my goal is to bring the best racing to our fans and spectators that I can do. And damn it, even at a loss sometimes.
A lot of the time.
I want to grow the events. I want to make these things a crown jewel. Mm-hmm. The races that make money, when all you guys say Eldora and blah, 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 you're right. They do one a year that sets them for the year. Yeah. We have been unable to hit the cards the moons haven't aligned, the stars haven't aligned, nothing's worked. It's not my fault. We get shit dates. And then sometimes you have a good date and it rains. Yeah. So I can't control that. But High Limit got their feelings hurt. Bottom line. Brad Sweet got his feelings hurt. I'll say it. Not Kyle. Brad's an ambassador of the sport. They care immensely. They want it to work. They want it to work for them, and I hope down deep they want it to work for racetracks. Mm-hmm. I don't know that because they basically pulled the rug out from under us and said, sorry, we're not having a race. And I said, okay, well, we need to refund the sponsor. Their answer was, no, I'm going to call them and see if they'll take the money and use it somewhere else. So you're going to steal my local sponsor, okay? No, it's not. I'm not good with it.
Bill doesn't take stuff laying down.
No, we had Bill on the phone before all of it, telling him the situation. We were transparent, and y'all got my number. If you want to call and talk to me, go ahead. John's talked till he's blue in the face. John lost sleep for 3 nights last week going over this stuff. We were on the phone for hours trying to figure out what we could do. Tried to tell High Limit, find us a different date. They thought it was too close then, too close to the other date. Well, we don't. Sprint car people are nuts. In Wichita, Kansas. They love them. They were going to fill the stands. Yeah. Not to mention, at the end of the day, the risk is on me.
Right. Because you already put the money out.
Well, and it's the purse. At the end of the day,
right.
We're just as liable as they are.
Right.
So it's hurtful. And what really makes me mad is they were supposed to send a press release to John Allen and myself and ask us to review that so that we could all agree what it needed to say on why that race was lost. Never happened. They pulled it off their schedule. You got guys that doing their job like Oklahoma Tidbits and all those people out there. Everybody in the world's texting me saying, why don't you have High Limit? What happened? What happened? Well, actually, I didn't even know that they released that because they didn't send us a goddamn press release like they told us. You want to know the honest truth? They're fighting with each other behind the scenes.
Yeah, like I said, don't listen to whatever podcast you listen to or they're saying they're trying to get along. It's a lie.
If Dirt Tracker, you want to call me,
lie.
You got my number. Call the Speedway. The honest truth is, the World Outlaws said, we're going to do everything we can to make it a successful event, and they have been good to work with. They've not wronged us. They've tried. They've worked hard lately. They've changed some staff. It's been better.
They've turned over a new leaf on some stuff.
To be fair, they've been easy to work with, and so far, up until 2 weeks ago, the High Limit was great to work with.
Yeah.
So I'm not. It's not personal.
Even though we never got cars on track for 2 events, they were.
Didn't see anything in the contract, by the way, that said I couldn't hold a World Outlaws race.
Yeah.
So if you want to know the truth, they already. You know what they told us? They said, "Don't matter. We're never coming back," is what they said. So what do I have to lose tonight? I don't care.
Right.
I miss it. They're ambassadors of the sport. Some of the best sprint car racers in the country, and our fans deserve to see them. They're not going to. But that's not my fault.
But that's not us.
Well, no, but
we did not make
again.
That
that's why I didn't want it twisted any other way, and I wanted to have a common press release that we both agreed on, and that didn't happen. They just pulled the rug, said you're off schedule, and didn't tell anybody why. And they started refunding people that bought tickets.
We got our own press release right here.
Well, I'm not real good at the whole typing up crap and making it sound good. I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah, I mean it's
so. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not a hater of the High Limit. I like them.
We would love to see them.
Absolutely. Give me a different date.
Because on the midweek stuff, you're going to see racers that you're not going to see on their championship weekly show, that you're not going to typically see on the World of Outlaws weekly show. So that's who the fans want. That's who I want to see.
And I'm a fan of Rico and all the guys. I love them. I don't have any issue with any of the drivers or any of not even Brad, none of them. But just the way they handled this for us didn't seem fair.
Right.
And again, if you've got a different version of the story, please let us know, High Limit.
Yeah, we'd love to see it.
Yeah. So I think I'm done with that for now because I'm never calling. You know me.
Jason Yeager would like to remind you.
Jason. Jason, it's not a kid's show.
Yeah, this is if you're under 18.
It's on Facebook. It's not on the radio.
And watching, welcome
Turn it off.
But this, yeah, I try to keep it clean.
While we're talking about series, I'm not done yet. I'm still in my box. There's a series out there called the Midwest Hornet Dirt Series.
Never heard of this before.
Yeah, neither is anybody in the country, to be honest.
Okay.
Approached us, spoke to John about having one of their Hornet races at both of our tracks, or a couple
like
of them.
Mini stock.
It's a Midwest Hornet Dirt Series. What the hell else is a Hornet, Andy?
Well, we don't call them Hornets.
I don't. Well, we call them mini stock Hornets. That's what it says in the
I'm
rules.
going to have to call Greg Death.
Well,
I'm blind. I can't.
Several people have sent me a photo or a poster that the 2026 Midwest Hornet Dirt Series has put out. And it looks like to me that Humboldt Speedway and 81 Speedway are each on there, I believe, 2 times each. If I can
2 times each.
If I can read it here. Well, I can just tell you this. We told you no. We're not going to pay the type of money that he was trying to pay, which, hey, good for you.
I
hope you do it.
Yeah.
And then he said, well, no, we'll just make it so that if your guys enter my series, the points at the end of their night, they can turn in for points for my series. Well, I'm not helping him. I have no reason to. I don't need him. I don't care. So whoever you are, Midwest Hornet Series, GFY, don't care. Goodbye. Take my name off your fucking schedule. Next. What else we got?
You're the one with the notes in the phone.
Okay. Fun stuff now. Back to a better mood. There's
do you want to talk about the late model thing while you're still?
Oh yeah. The World Outlaw late models, they're not in Kansas, Oklahoma, or Texas this year. The Gressel race that we had last year, which I think was a huge success on the outside looking in. It was a fun night. It was a blast. It was so badass to see Ryan Gustin, Ethan Dotson, those guys jump in modifieds and be a part of that tribute race. And it was just a storybook ending, watching Gustin win in that car, and not to mention one of the baddest late model races you've seen. It was epic. It was fun. Just the honest truth, as we all have already discussed, they actually raised their purses this year. I think their lowest show is $12,000 to win, and even at the rate that we paid, and with high ticket prices that people say we already charge, and the high pit passes that people say we already charge, when you still lose roughly $18,000 on that race. It was just a business decision for them and for us to take a year off. There's no negative bad blood there. They're a great series to work with. I love those guys. They're fun as hell in the booth. Easy to work with.
They're awesome,
and a good time. So we'll have them back for sure. Super excited Comp Cam series with the Gressel race. Going to do some cool stuff. The Gressel family and I have made an agreement, and we talk monthly now. We don't wait till the last month before the event to try to put it together. So I believe it's on my schedule for next week to get another conference call. And we're going to work together to try to make that modified portion of that show another epic event. And those guys work their tails off helping on that. So can't thank the Gressel family enough. And I think that's still going to be a really cool event with the Comp Cam series, and we're looking forward to that one as well. We got the Rev series, multiple times. We got the Sooner series multiple times. We've got the ASCS National Touring Series. We got the Power I 410 sprint cars, both at Humboldt and 81 Speedway. Monster trucks at both places. Demo Derby over at Humboldt Speedway.
Town for the monster trucks again?
I don't know yet. My life is kind of changed with my daughter in college. Everything's kind of up in the air. I don't know when I'm going where. I have no idea, honestly. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, besides getting up and going to work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, no, I'm also excited about some of the schedule. There's some. If you look, what we're trying to do is invoke some positivity and some creativity and some fun at the events.
Right.
Get some people back in the stands. Make it more than just a weekly race. So we put some fun names on each one of those as you go back and look, and there's something special hopefully going to happen on each one of those nights. We're working really hard on some kids club stuff to do some fun games, and we can't get drivers to do it, for crying out loud. Nobody wants to spin around a bat and run and do anything. They refuse to, so you can't do that anymore. Drivers, I'll just challenge the drivers. Remember, number one, it's a hobby. Number two, the fans are here to see you. And be interactive with those fans, because that's what gets you sponsors, and that's who buys a ticket that helps pay for you to walk out of here. And so being interactive with the fans is ultra important to us this year, and we're going to do some things and try to get the drivers up there more often. And we tried the bat thing, and I thought it was ultra success originally. And some of the drivers enjoyed it, some of them didn't. And then I watch at other racetracks, they do run races. I've seen them do it. So I've seen John Allen's fat ass run a race over at Salt City, and so I don't care what's going to do, and ran for the for his draw, and then I seen there's a couple of sprint car races that have a elimination race, running race,
Right.
and then so there's a lot of things that people do, and I think that we got to do something to just energize the crowd and
Rodney
keep that
Chafin had a good idea.
online here.
What?
Did he say this here?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, he graciously let me drop some stuff off at the salvage on a closed day, and we talked for a while. And his idea was we do the frisbee pickup, but you can't look at the frisbee number, and you gotta hand it to another competitor. So you could very well pick up the pole and hand it right to someone else. I thought it was a cool idea. We can get into it later.
I got somebody accusing me and said that I had a margarita before the show. I didn't. I got dropped off, didn't have a key, jumped the fence, walked the racetrack, picked up debris for about an hour, and then
Do we need to go count the Caymans?
came in. They're gone. They're gone. And I have iced tea in my drink, but no. It hurts you to go over this stuff. And
you text me. You don't talk to me too much in the off season. I think you get too much of me during this.
I've had too much already today.
Thanks. So you text me the other night and you were like, "When's the next show?" And I said, "Well, I'm trying to work on someone." And you're like, "I want to be on." And I'm like, "Well, see you Thursday." So I knew you had quite a bit on your mind.
Yeah, well, and some of it is actually positive. There's a race. I can't. My wife won't let me give details, but there's one called the. Oh, I'm gonna get it wrong. Oh, dang it! Hold on, I got a poster.
Got a poster.
Oh, it's called the Bull Breakers and Dirt Shakers Stock Car Shootout. I can't give many details yet. I've been sworn to secrecy.
Oh, okay.
And the ramifications are
Serious?
bad.
Are they with your wife?
Yes.
Oh, very bad then.
So I'm not
Super
gonna.
bad.
I'm not gonna say much.
We will all be in trouble.
But what I think I can say is that it's going to be a special stock car race for sure.
Not a dirt crown race.
We've been working with the Dirt Crown series. Again, not it sounds like I'm bashing all the series, but John's called, left messages, left emails, called, left. Just there's been no communication. I don't even know if the series is still around. Couldn't tell you.
Maybe they got.
They had loved it. They were great to work with, by the way. Awesome. All great people. So nothing with that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, both of our local competitors took it to the Sizzler for both nights.
Yeah.
Matthew K. and then of course Jace Reimer does it. So
yeah,
maybe
that pissed them off. But no, they didn't care. They honestly aren't like
no,
that.
It was
They're
a
great show.
Great to work with them. Yeah, it was great.
So that could end up being Dirt Crown. I don't know yet. The schedule's always subject to change. I know I need to say that a lot because it is so hard.
Well, already.
I had a series hit us up with another 360 sprint car series and said, "Hey, we're gonna have a race." And we're like, "Man, I don't even know if we could fit you on the schedule." I mean, we're gonna look. We want to do what's best for the fans, and we know that sprint car capital of the world besides Knoxville. So it's right here, Wichita, Kansas, and got some cool, exciting things. Got Ameriflex jumping on board with our B-Mod program this year. It's going to be championship stuff. I don't know what that's going to look like, so don't hold me to that. But I know it's going to be a pretty large amount for the winner of that series. I can't thank Chris Kratz or Wichita Tire Alignment, Slot King Chris, for the A-Mod purse this year. Of course, JLR Property Management for their money on the stock car purse, and then of course Blackout Motorsports gave some money for the B mod this year. So, no, that's what makes it cool. We pass that all straight through and really just try to build the program and try to make it worthwhile. I did a little research, and it's pretty interesting. A lot of racetracks quit banquets altogether. Believe that or not. Banquet cost us around $26,000 or so with the prize money, the trophies, the venue price went up, of course, and people are like, "Oh my!" And I don't control all those things, but everything's gone up, and a lot of racetracks just quit doing it. A lot of racetracks, even local to us, don't even have point funds.
Right. Just get a trophy.
Yeah, for the top 5.
Right.
So. We try to pay down through 10 spots as long as you made over the percentage of races you need to, and then you get trophies and money. And USRA, they have a rule that if you don't go to the banquet, you get half of the winnings.
I thought it was less than half.
It's half or less, but
at least.
But you got to go to the banquet.
Big cut if you don't go.
And we to be honest, I may adopt that. I ain't decided yet. I don't know yet. But we want to make that banquet fun, and it is fun. It's a great time, and we got the go-kart track part of that. Of course, Humboldt Speedway. I know some of the guys that did come over. I know they'll tell you it was worth it.
Right.
Austin, was it Robertson?
Austin Robertson.
Robertson.
Yeah, his whole entire crew. That big old.
Shook his hand multiple times.
Yeah.
I never seen a smile so big all night.
They're ready to rip.
It was great. So yeah, no, I think the banquet's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. I know that the award stuff's all been in the background getting worked, and the food and the venue, of course, and then we had War step up on the bull, and the banners. Everybody gets the banner if you're in the top in the points and follow the protocols, and you come get that and pick it up there. And I know that Midwest Rap's working on those for us right now. Thank those guys for that. Bray and Emily over there are really doing a good job, and Caleb. I said Caleb.
You almost.
He does the raps.
Glossed over it.
He does the raps. He don't
does.
put.
He's part of it though. Hey, I did like a big shout out Big Mex Austin Rogers. They did a rap on his toolbox. That thing.
Oh my goodness!
Awesome.
So this is the true story. We have it's called the 4411 compound group text.
Yeah.
So if you work at the 4411 group, which is where the Glass Man is, where Auto Tech is, where Midwest Rap is, where Auto Calo is, and Blackout Motorsports is all out under one roof. You're in this group text, and there was a photo sent of that toolbox the other day. And to be completely fair, I was blown away.
It's awesome.
And my exact response to them in the Blackout group was
4411 group.
Literally, that is badass. I think there's a huge market for that. Need to get that out there. And show it to people, because these people that have these boxes love them like they're their homes. I can't imagine how many people would be into that. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, I'm sure, did they put it on the Midwest Rap page? Yeah. They actually they listened. That's amazing.
That's weird.
My wife, I'm getting text quickly. By now, my daughter, because my wife's driving, said, you can say that there is another event that is in conjunction with the race on the Bull Breakers and Dirt Shakers night.
Who came up with that name?
I don't know that I can say. I'm not getting myself in trouble. Quit trying stupid things like that. But so that I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be cool. That's going to be really cool.
Sweet name. We love our stock car specials here.
Yeah. I'm showing you that.
That's nice. I like that one. Okay.
So
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Yeah. So is there any comments or anything else I need to answer? I make anybody mad yet? Have I done my job?
Some people are sad. They're not mad.
I'm sad too.
People are sad. Let's see. Go back up here. Jason Yeager wants to remind you it's a family-friendly show, but it is his show. I'd like to remind Jason of that.
Sorry, Jason.
David,
good
Smith
guy.
Jr.,
Hope you're doing well.
He loves the honesty. Craig Pemberton. He loves that you're laying it out like it is.
Man, I like Craig. I miss seeing him.
Dallas Bishop excited for
running dead last, but miss seeing him.
Late models stuff.
Yeah, of course. The Heart late model. I don't think. Yeah. Well, no, we need to answer it real quick.
Okay.
I know we're working. Trent and those guys didn't really have the series rolling when we were doing our schedule.
Right.
I know they're in constant communication with John. You could see that definitely pop up. So if Trent and Stick and those guys are behind it, then we're probably going to try to help because we like those guys. And
the schedule is going to float in and out. Once we get racing, it's pretty much set. But until we get racing,
and like I've been in some negotiations today. I had a guy that everybody knows and loves, I think, contact us, and they've been working with a couple different racers, and they're putting together at this point it looks like a 4-race series.
Nice.
That is I think I can say this per his text here. It's the Monster Energy Racing Mod Series, and it's a 4-race series. I haven't put that on the schedule yet, and I won't because it's pending some sponsorship. Mm-hmm. And if you're interested in that, call the Speedway, text me, let me know, get hold of Andy, get hold of Emily or John, somebody, and let us know if you're interested. But the Monster Energy Mod Series is a 4-race series. We'll have 2 here, one at Humboldt, one at Caney, and then they're looking for a couple places in Oklahoma. Okay. This is put on by Joe Duvall. Joe's contacted us and had some Big Daddy put out some good ideas, and it's basically his emphasis, just so you know, is something bigger than a weekly deal, but smaller than a regional deal. Make it more about the experience than the money.
Mm-hmm. And if you've ever been to a Funkadelic dirt track extravaganza race, she's the show. Well,
at the same time, we need to get some brand recognition.
Yes.
And get your name out there. So this is all from Big Daddy today, and we've been working on that with him, and some other drivers in the area that he's worked with. And again, I'm not officially putting that name or anything on the schedule because it's pending some sponsorship stuff that we're waiting on. It's to pay the purse. It's just a little bit over the comfort zone on just saying we're going to do it on a weekly show.
Right. If you heard, there's going to be 2 at 81, 1 at Humboldt, 1 at Caney. If you would like to have another one at Humboldt Speedway, looking for some sponsorship, and I believe JR would absolutely say yes to that.
Yeah, I know, John, if you look at the schedule over there at Humboldt now, John's been working diligently in the background on sponsorship of the A-Mods class. It's been a little bit of a struggle over there, and to get A-Mods to come. And then last year, it actually rained out the first 3. And so there's been a race team over there and a really good sponsor of racing in general that has reached out and said, hey, of the Speedway and of cars and everything. They're just they're an ambassador to the sport.
Yeah.
And they're very interested in making A-Mods go back for maybe a 6 to 8 race schedule at least next year. And we want them. So if you have some interest in that, please give us a call. There's a lot of sponsorship opportunities that are cool and fun. And you heard me earlier, we don't keep the money, guys. It all goes into what we do out here and to make this a fun and enjoyable sport and a hobby for everybody to come out and enjoy as a family. So that's why we do it. What else do I have here?
While you're looking for some stuff, I want to give a shout out. I'm not exactly sure who runs this page, but it is called The Hummer, Humboldt Speedway. Beginning to present photos and stories, and I want to give a shout out to Jesse Folk Jr. because he has been absolutely flooding the group with photos of past and present stuff. Find it over there. It is called The Hummer, in quotations, Humboldt Speedway, beginning to present photos and stories. Join that. It's awesome.
Cool. Well,
awesome.
I'm going to break a little news here that we're going to do something fun and interesting, and I don't... Again, I'm going to get, I don't know if I'm supposed to say or not, but I don't care tonight. What am I going to do? There will be, and I'm not a social media guy, so I don't get it, but I've been told there will be at least an 81 Speedway Barstool page coming.
Barstool page.
And that will allow people to send funny pics and memes and things in, and it'll be, I believe it'll be Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Side social media person.
And so we will they approached us and said we'd like to do that. We think it'll be fun. It will encourage some things. It will be Instagram and it will be released pretty soon. I know they've been working on their logos and those things. And so I think that'll be a fun way for drivers to interact, and it'll all be approved by a moderator but if you got some funny pictures in the
Jason Yeager, it will definitely be family friendly.
Absolutely, and it needs to be something of funny that happened in the pits or at the banquet on a bull ride or whatever. That's but whatever we want to do there, I think it's going to be fun and a good way to encourage some positivity between racers and fans.
Fun, laughs,
absolutely.
Comments. Looking forward to seeing Tanner Holmes run. I think we all were. Awesome and great ambassador and awesome social media.
Love him.
Larry McDaniels and Donna.
Love Larry Mac.
Donna,
great guy.
Great guy. They're sad that they, no race this year. Hopefully we can get it back. Excited for Power Eye. Wish we could have a race in June or September for the World of Outlaws. Yeah, we do too.
Yeah, I've talked till I was blue in the face. We do too.
Yeah, Terry Deathridge tribute.
Can't wait for that. That's
is awesome. That one's we haven't really touched a bunch on it.
There's a lot of stuff in the background. We're working on that.
With Greg and
he'll be on the show soon, I'm sure. I know that's a little bit further on the schedule. I had to talk about the stuff that was upcoming, which was the high limit, the World Outlaws first. Right. So and of course the Frostbuster. Did hear that Tyler Davis is going to be in a enduro car for the Frostbuster. So if anybody else wants to come out and be a part of that for any reason, any reason you come up with as a driver, get a car, come out, enjoy it.
Broadway Truck and Auto.
Yeah.
Go up there.
Love to see it.
Mikey England saying if you need a windshield for your Subaru specifically, you guys do all sorts of makes and models. But
Well, he's a Subaru mechanic, and
visit the Glass Man, of course, a great sponsor here.
I don't know him.
Speedway and 81 Speedway.
I don't know him well. Very, very nice kid, and going to be a super stock driver next year at 81 Speedway.
Solid in the shop, getting the body.
You can thank our friend Kyle Blocker for that. Kyle Blocker got him talked into the LS path.
I saw he was part of the LS gang.
It's a gang of two, but it's a gang.
That's all it takes.
And it's had some success. So if you're into that and you want to learn about it, go talk to the nuclear scientist electrician Kyle Blocker.
Yeah,
because he's a genius about everything.
Love to talk to you about it.
Yeah,
that's all for the comments. What you got next?
I'm pretty close to being done. I think. I mean, again, I wanted to reiterate that the series are important to racetracks as well as racetracks are to series, and it takes a lot of negotiation and work to get there. And we thought we were there and doing the best thing for the fans, and it saddens us to have to announce that happened.
One thing I want to say is, I want everyone to know that we are also race fans.
Oh yeah,
So it's really nice when the World of Outlaws, ASCS, of course, with the Dirt Vision and the World Racing Group, when they come, all of us actually get to step back and watch a race. Yes, I watch the race calling it, but you miss some stuff.
I don't get to watch it all, and you know that. People think you do, but in the timing and scoring, it's really about laps, not falling off on the transponders, keeping the right lap, cautioning at the correct times, and getting the race director lined back up.
Right.
A lot going on. You don't really get to watch the race. That's why when the series come in and they run that part, we actually get to watch.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's so cool. So, and that's why we missed the Spooktacular last year, and right the day after the World Outlaws, and that we didn't get, and that was going to be a big race. We were pumped. Hodges Farm and Dredging stepped up, and they were going to be a big part of that for the B mod portion. I think it was called B Mods Be Spooky 2, and we were excited about that. And losing that race and not having the USMTS, other parts of the year, I love the Spooktacular. Mm-hmm. It is literally one of my favorite events, because I basically tell Todd himself, because I've become good friends with Todd. I said, Todd, you're running all the timing for all divisions because I just want to enjoy it.
Right.
And he lets me do that. So
I think the biggest thing that I wanted to see the race, of course, because it was going to be championship.
Oh, you're going to say the Halloween walk.
And that, but I hate it that we didn't get to see the kids dressed up in the costumes because after the Halloween walk, we all have to go to work.
Yeah.
We're having fun at the Speedway, but we're all doing a job. But I love seeing the kids. I love seeing their faces. I love seeing them take their picture with the car. That sucked.
That does, and that's probably one of my favorite parts of that event for sure. Is definitely the kids walk for the candy, and I know the drivers look forward to that. We even had the go-kart track lined up to bring 8 to 10 of those guys over and try to get kids interested in the karting. And if you don't know, get interested. It's fun. It's a blast over there. And I helped out quite a bit at the Kartacular at the end of the year there. And I was a corner worker there. I think I worked 3 and 4, and I got a workout. I ran a lot.
You were moving.
But I had fun and probably didn't do near the job Dan does down there in that, but he was running race direction, and so we did what we could and had a good time.
Yep.
And I just tell you also that if you can and you get the opportunity, we've talked some fans into coming over on a Sunday and watching some of that, and they've come back. Yeah, it's a blast.
It's a great time. It's all about getting the next generation pumped up and ready to rock.
Yeah, so if I missed anything or I didn't cover anything, if anybody wants to text me and tell me, or if they want to talk about it quickly, make a comment. Other than that,
Austin wants to know.
Austin who?
Austin Robertson wants to know about another Freedom 50.
I believe we will be having a Freedom 50. I don't think it's on the schedule yet. Once again, all those bigger events typically take some type of a sponsorship or something to step up. And since we got to get the schedule out so people can start making their plans and their vacations and those things, we try to get it out as early as we can. And then we start adapting and changing some of the shows. And maybe we drop a race or move a race or something to accommodate.
Get some placeholders out there to say this is when we're going to run.
Well, it's only fair to other tracks as well.
With the Freedom 50, that's a big show, pays some good money for the mini stocks and tuners, not the Hornets.
And that race last year,
awesome.
Epic. Poor Esparza, who was here on the show, who
That's
has had some
yeah.
poor luck and just chose the wrong line, gets in the wrong area, and Carson Keeler, who at that point had only won one race ever, goes over there and wins the
That was
Freedom
the
50,
first race ever.
Freedom 50,
Yeah.
and gets it nicked at the wire. I mean, at the wire, and then got about beat up because he wrecked a lap car.
Yeah.
Which whatever, lap cars' lives don't matter. I said it.
I don't think it's lives don't matter. Lap cars have no
Rights. I don't know.
Right.
They say
I
something.
think that's what someone says. It'd be, that's we've had a few races for the Freedom 50, and it's always a great event, but it's been a little short on car count. This year was really good on car count.
Yeah.
I'd like
Yeah,
to,
Wilson stepped up on that. So Wilson
and
Automotive,
they're
and
into it.
they're
They
into
love
it. So we got to
They're
thank
all
those
about it.
guys.
So
And
we really have to thank Wilson
Yeah.
Automotive and Fabrication, who of course is the mini stock and tuner sponsor at Humboldt Speedway.
yeah,
They're into it. We might have to see about a little stream, even if we got to go live on the Humboldt Speedway Facebook page for that
Yeah.
race or something. You just don't want to miss it.
yeah, you don't. That's a fun one. It's worth going over there. It's only a 2-hour drive, and it's a fun one to watch. And also thank Idea Tech. Idea Tech stepped up, spoke to the coordinator today, and they re-sponsored the racetrack, the big billboard out on 77th and Broadway, as well as one at the behind the grandstands, and of course PA announcements. And I can't thank those guys enough. That's a small company that's grown, and
Right.
and as you can check their website to see if they're in your area to get the internet service. Switched at my house. It's amazing. It's
I have
bad.
it at my
It's
house.
it's bad fast.
That's awesome.
And I mean that. It's bad fast. I know they're in the Goddard area, South Wichita area, Valley Center, Park City now.
Mhm.
And if you're having trouble with another internet provider like we are, Cox, time to switch.
We're running off the old hotspot. She's doing good.
So check with Idea Tech, ideatech.com, and see if you're available in your area.
Yeah, that's out where I live. I don't live that far out in the country, but I am out in the country.
You're a homesteader, Andy.
Or home, apparently homesteading, and that's all they offer. And I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I had it when I lived in Derby, and it was awesome. And I was very excited when it was.
Wow.
I mean, the cable runs right down in front of my house. So I
super
was
fast
excited to
fiber
have it
optic.
again.
So yeah, it takes care of all your gaming if you're into iRacing, streaming videos, and Netflix and everything. So
Yeah.
Power
Wheels, right? Love the Power Wheels.
Yeah,
race
it's back on the
we
schedule.
always do that.
It's on the
Skyline's
schedule
a huge
already.
Thing, and Skyline takes care of that. She does absolutely.
Lap
fantastic.
cars' lives don't matter, is what they're telling me. People are texting me.
That just sounds.
Well, sorry, I'm just reading
That
what.
just sounds. Is that from what group is that? That group is hateful. Let's see. Going back through. If you want to know what happened to High Limit, you're going to have to go back and watch the video. Here we explained it. JR has calmed down. I don't want to hype him back up again about that. So if you want to know what happened with the High Limit race, go back and watch the start of this video. We explain that in
Yeah.
great detail. Do be mindful if you're just joining as the stream continues to grow. People are chiming in, are getting on. Just be.
I bring the fans,
Yeah.
Andy. It's
I know.
obvious.
They don't want to see me. They love seeing you. John Allen brings them too. But just be careful. A little bit of adult language. But
Absolutely. I
sensitive,
apologize, late.
sensitive stuff that we had to talk about.
Well,
tonight.
it's just,
hurtful.
and it's also just how passionate we are about the racing at 81 and Humboldt Speedway, and the comments of 82 Speedway at Humboldt and those things. They wear on you. And I was over in Humboldt. I think it was Tuesday this week. I can't remember what day it was. I went over to John's shop at Chanute, and John and I were walking around over there, and I wish we had half the amenities that place does at 81 Speedway. If you think that you've got it second rate, then come on over. We do our best at both, and we want to continue to make those improvements, like the handicap seating section we did at Humboldt last year, and the improvements we made at 81 Speedway last year. And we want to continue to do those things. And as we get more successful, you'll see more of those things.
Right. Yeah. If we had well, definitely the tower.
Yeah.
We had the tower
Oh.
that we have at Humboldt.
Yeah.
Here and, of course, I know some people would like to have the grandstands upgraded over at Humboldt. Those are still great grandstands.
No, they're not bad at all.
Fiberglass.
Yeah, or wood that's
Or wood.
not doing so
you
hot.
know, they have the catwalk. I would love if we had a
Oh,
catwalk.
me
here.
too. Which Rodney Chafin told me he was going to build me one, but have you seen him?
I've not seen it.
No.
No.
You got a key, Rodney. No excuse.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I'll meet you here if you can't find the key.
I want to thank Tane Murphy. He's
Yeah,
one of
Tane.
the best fans of the sports and an ambassador again of not just racing for the racer and the track, but he goes to all the racetracks. He does
everywhere they drive
anywhere
up
there's a
and down the
racetrack,
road, going and looking, watching other stuff.
And racers, the one thing that I've always told people, and when I have a presentation about a sponsor, is that you guys are brand loyal and you take care of those that take care of you. Reach out and thank him.
Yeah.
Thank him for sponsoring the stock car race. Thank him for being here every week
Super
and putting his name on the fence. The Super Stock division sponsor. He does a lot for the Speedway, a lot for racers in general, a lot behind that I probably don't have any idea. But I just can't say it. You don't do this thing without good people and good sponsors.
Great people. And we have them all here. If you're interested in being part of the family here at either Speedway, Humboldt Speedway, 81 Speedway, please reach out. We'd love to talk to you.
It's the Ameriflex Sprint Car Challenge, John's telling me. I got I don't have the schedule in front of me, John. You were supposed to be here.
Oof.
Sort of. We had an agreement.
Yeah, I know.
It was just kidding.
So there also is something I'd like to talk about.
Make it quick. I've got things to do.
Quick.
I got things to do.
Are they here?
Well, it doesn't matter. I just, my attention span's not super.
Well aware. If you would like to sponsor
for sure.
At the races.
Yeah, I think you're missing out. And I'm not a salesman. You know that too. I'm not. I just tell the truth. The night, if you want to sponsor a race night, and Nate, we can change the name of the event or add to what the name is already.
As long as it's appropriate.
Yeah, like if you just want to call it the Jaeger Bomb Saturday for Jason Yeager, that's fine. We're not asking that much for it. I believe it's $500 or something. I don't even know now. My wife's going to kill me. I have no idea.
She's going to kill both of us.
Naming rights on the sponsorship of the night. Your name's going to be said all evening at the races. You're going to be put on the schedule that's going to be posted everywhere, not just physically, but also digitally. I can't read that. Let's see. Somebody help me out on this if my wife's listening.
I'm going back.
But sponsor a race night. I think that's an easy way to get your business out there in front of everybody. We're going to, let you come out and tell us the read you want. Each race are different. Weekly shows are 500. Specials are different based on the race it is because each series is bigger and draws more people, of course. So eyes are what you're trying to get on your business. I can tell you for a fact that the folks at Idea Tech know that we've sent a lot of people their way, and they can tell you the proven results.
Yeah.
And I could give you the list of people. So, and the same thing, TM Fencing. I know multiple racers have taken advantage and used him for their fencing needs. Hornet Cutting System, I know multiple people. So it is a partnership. It's something that we want to push people to them if it's a fit for both of us.
There's been some people, if you have a business that you're taking care of here at the Speedway, if you want an ad read done, contact me. I'm more than happy to get that on the show during the race night, anything like that. Another thing I do want to knock home, and Katie will kill both of us if I don't say something.
Please, I don't know what this is.
1099s.
Oh, yes. She worked all day on those. I know that. She was weird scenario, but she ended up being in Hutch most of the day and worked at a Starbucks, I think, on her laptop all day on 1099s and working on those. So, yes, just it's vitally important.
Yeah, we went over it last week, but I'll read it again. 1099s, currently working on that. For the 25 season, if you did not list an owner when you registered on My Race Pass, the 1099 will come directly to you if you received more 600 or more in payouts. If you did not list an owner and an owner needs to receive the 1099, please notify us immediately. JR, Katie.
Call 755-1781. Call the Speedway.
Yeah, Katie is the perfect one because she'll just take care of it right then. There will be a $50 fee to provide a corrected 1099 if a participant has provided us incorrect information or incomplete information. That is because it costs to get that redone.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The feds charge you, of course. For the Frostbuster, one more time, I wanted to reiterate, when you come that day, the lineup's not like it used to be. It's not based on where you register. Right. It's based on, we haven't given an opening time on the pit gate yet, and I'll be honest, it's because if the weather's negative 20, we want to be there as short as time as possible because it's freezing. And I hate the cold, so it is what it is. Well, as we get closer, we'll announce that, but it's basically first in line that's a registered driver. Pre-registered drivers will be first. Pre-registered drivers will be first. Priority. If you're pre-registered and you're in line first, you start first.
Oh, it's at the gate. We're doing her off the rip.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I like it too.
I like this deal. I want to remind everyone, Russell Logan was on the show a few weeks ago. Of course, he is one of the presenting sponsors for the Frostbuster. The first 30 people at the grandstand gate going to get taken care of by Logan's
I heard that.
Landscaping and
Yeah.
Tree Service.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's
So,
going to be
always helping out.
it's going to be fun. I know we'll
Make
be
sure that
serving
you
some.
got flags for him too.
It's not my department.
Okay.
Hot chocolate will be served, I know for sure. So we'll try to keep you warm with the hot chocolate. Limited
We're going
concession.
to keep talking about the Frostbuster as I know it's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
coming up. We're going to keep going. There is some special stuff that is going to happen for our normal gate rules. We're going to kind of amend them just for the special event because again it does cost money to have some stuff and
Well, no, it's just really it's a test run for us, and we just wanted to limit the concessions and just make sure everything's fire up. It's starting in the middle of winter and get some things going. And we thought, you know what, for that event, if they want to bring something in, that's fine. And it's going to be cold, so no, we just want to encourage you to come out.
Bring a grill in,
and you can't bring alcohol. That's the one thing they don't let us do. It's
That's
just
another thing I want to drive home about the banquet is
we got our tails ripped on that.
we absolutely got torn apart. The guy was not happy, and same thing here. This we have a liquor license for the business for FOE Enterprises. If we're caught with something we do not sell, we lose that. So then we can't even sell beer. You can't even have a frosty adult beverage to watch a race. They will rip that from us, and it's going to take a while to get it back, and it's going to be very costly, which then drives up the price of cans of beer.
I'll tell the truth on the clear bag policy. First of all, we just adopted what was pretty much done at every other event area in the area center, from Intrust Bank to Hartman to the Wind Surge to all those things. High school football, for most cases. There are some rural areas that don't do that still,
Right.
but in most cases we did that. It's really for a couple of reasons. One, it's safety. Unfortunately, we have found some weapons in bags in the past when they were not clear bags. We have every week we were finding liquor bottles under the grandstands and glass bottles that we don't sell. And that's scary
We don't sell
for
bottles
us.
of Jack Daniels and Crown Royal here.
No, but we find
But
them.
we find them.
We still find the little ones, the little airplane ones or whatever. And
I ran over,
and
I
again,
ran over a big one with the four-wheeler.
I was a dirt poor kid, youngest of 10. I understand. We snuck candy into the movies too. I'm not dumb, but
Right.
realistically, it comes down to the liquor license. It comes down to the fact that if I don't sell you a water, and everybody gets to bring one in for free, then it's very difficult to make ends meet at the end of a night. It's a fact.
Mhm.
You may not like it. You may not like me for saying it. It's just a fact.
And
I've told people, I hate to say these things, but I've told people, man, I hate it that you feel that way. But I don't have a choice.
right. Because how do you think we pay the purse?
And the light bill and everything else. But yeah. So anyway, with that, I do appreciate each and every one of you for listening, paying attention to the show. Andy, I tell you this every time I see you. You do a lot for us, and I do appreciate it. It means a lot, and I'm ready for race season.
It's coming up January.
Y'all got my number. I'd like one of you to call and sponsor a race night tonight. Do something, make it happen. Jaeger, you ain't doing anything. Kratzer or some of my friends out there, get on the stick and make a phone call to the Speedway, and we'll get you announced here real soon.
Yep. Well,
leaving.
That is going to do it for us here tonight. Good to see JR, and of course he is going to bounce out before it's over. But again, if you're curious about something that got said here tonight, we're an hour and 20 minutes into this talk. A lot of stuff got covered, mostly about the schedule, a lot about some traveling series. But if you absolutely want to know all the details, it is in this podcast. It was in this talk. And you can go back and watch it. There is some colorful language on behalf of the boss, but it is his show. He can say whatever he wants. So that is going to do it for me here tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. Planning to have a show next week as long as I can get a guest on. I'm having a little bit of trouble as we move into the winter time here with guests, as everyone's trying to get closer to Christmas. So they got family stuff going on and whatever that is. So be watching the 81 Speedway Humboldt Speedway Facebook pages. That's where we announce all the shows. Countdown for the top 10 is going to continue. Did have a little issue with the Humboldt page doing the post this week, so I do apologize for that. Those are going to resume as we count down the top 10 for each one of the series, or each one of the series at the Speedways. But again, thank you for tuning in here tonight. It was a great conversation. Good to see JR. A lot of information we had to get out. The rumor mill was running like crazy on the internet. We got to clear it up because we have all the answers. So I do appreciate each and every one of you. On behalf of JR and Katie Sartain, GM John Allen, the FOE Army, and Humboldt Speedway, 81 Speedway, good night. God bless. We'll see you at the races.